Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Well, joining us in the studio, kind of a regular guest, is Nick Stevens, the Executive Director for the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce. And there's some events coming up that we're going to talk about, one of which is this week, this Wednesday, and it's an educational sort of event that's going on. And Nick, let's start with that.
All right. Well, again, appreciate you guys letting us on again. I really do enjoy it. We do have, it's our third round for our business education series. You know, in the past, we've done some different things over healthcare and over drug abuse and how that affects us with the state police. This one, we've taken a different level to it. We're going and working on social media. And we really feel like that's an area in our county and our community where our business owners are all going, wow, you know, everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on Twitter, everybody's doing this. Well, what do we need to do? And we're feeling like this will be a great opportunity for our businesses and our customers and our members to really gain some of that education they need to be more effective at it. Truly, that's what it is it's one thing to have a Facebook page. Well, anybody can have a Facebook page. It's another thing to use it in your marketing and making sure that when you put a post that it's relevant to you or that you're posting. It's amazing. You can't just have a Facebook page and not do anything with it. And that's what we want to try to work towards, educating businesses and, you know, and individuals who might show an interest in it and what they need to do to best market.
And that's changing a little bit with Facebook. It's changing just a bit.
Facebook's made some changes lately. You know, you look at things and then, you know, they've got things like promote a post and things that you can do and things you can't say. You know, you can't tell people to directly share this or like this for prizes or giveaways. You know, you hear the legal side of things. And really what we're trying to do is just to kind of give an overview, a brief overview of all the different forms of social media. I was amazed. The group that's speaking to us is Lieberman Technologies out of Evansville. And about 4 months ago, I had the opportunity to sit in a meeting with the Indiana Main Street people down in Newburgh. They spoke, and I was like, really? That's a social media site? I had never heard of it. So really to find out what's out there, because there's some things that affect different industries or different businesses more than others. There was one, it's called House, and it's about home decor. Well, I look at downtown Huntingburg, we've got a lot of shops that involve home decor. And the only company that I seen locally that was on that was Master Brand, it was really interesting that I seen that. And it's like, hey, there's Master Brand on there. So that was something that we really gained a little more of an understanding there. And I think this will be a great opportunity for our business people, whether it's a 4th Street business that's downtown to an OFS, a Farbest type of business. So this could really affect how they do their business.
Okay, now obviously this is coming up really quick Wednesday. It's too late to register, but you don't need to be registered.
No, we'd asked to kind of get a head count of what we've got. And we feel pretty confident in what we're going to have. We encourage people to come out. We've got room
for anybody who still wants
truly
to show up.
50. You know,
Okay.
you've been to one of the events. We could have 50 people in the room and we're okay.
Okay.
It is on Wednesday from 8 to 10 a.m. And it's in our office on the 2nd floor of the old National Bank building on the corner of 4th and Main Street. And
the best way to get in there is to come in the
you come in the side door.
The door under the okay.
Yeah,
the door underneath the drive-through. There you go. Okay.
Come through there. You come right upstairs or take the elevator, and just once you get upstairs, we have signs telling you where to go. You can see where you're at. We encourage you to bring your iPod, or I mean not your iPod, your iPad or whatever tablet style device you've got, so you can sit there and maybe you can learn a few things as you're going and go, oh, I can do that on my. We'll have internet access and everything available as well.
So what's going to be covered, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, new ones that are coming out?
There's a few new ones, like I said, House. And it's going to be a brief overview of these different forms of social media. Then we're going to talk how to drive new customers to your business through social media. How will your social media profile affect your business? Again, like I said, it's one thing to have a page or a Twitter account. It's another thing to actually post. So this is how this works. And then one big thing that I look at, and again, we always think of social media as Facebook, Twitter, and all these. your website is just as important as a social media profile as any of those. It's just another vehicle. And another thing that I think a lot of businesses struggle with is how to make sure they're searchable on Google or Bing or any other site that's got searchability, because you're only as good as the information that's online. I remember putting in information on the chamber at one point, and it was right after we moved, and it's like, oh, I haven't put in our new location, so it still showed at our old location. Well, that doesn't do good for somebody that's coming in off the street and wants to know about the chamber.
Right.
So again, we just feel like it's a great opportunity for our businesses and our community to get brought. I'm not going to say we're behind, but maybe bring us ahead of what the curve is.
And I know it's short notice, but remember, Wednesday at 8 a.m. to 10 at the Huntingburg Chamber office above the old bank up.
We're right there at the old National Bank on the second floor.
Okay, now we're going to have you come back again and talk about the next topic, but let's kind of touch on it a little bit, because there are some things for people to be thinking about. And as the Garden Gate and the Jazz Beer and Wine Festival.
That's right. Yeah, we've got the Garden Gate Jazz, Art, Wine, and Craft Beer Festival coming on April 12th. That's a mouthful. I joked in a meeting last week. We were getting approval from the Board of Public Works in Huntingburg, and I said we're going to have to add coffee into this because of how cold it's been. But I think, man, you can't even make an acronym for the Garden Gate Festival. But it is on April 12th. We're still searching for a few people that would like to be sponsors, or if you'd like to be a vendor, an art vendor. We classify art as, it's kind of wide open, but it's something that's more of a, you can be a painter, you can be a photographer, you could be
a crafter of some sort.
Yeah, okay. You make wooden gnomes or something like that. It's very vague what we've got. We just ask that it's a product that you produce. We don't want to let everybody say, oh, okay, blah blah blah. I bought these from China, and we're gonna. No, we don't really want that. But it's a great opportunity for business, for an up and coming business or somebody that does it as a hobby to get their product out there in their service of what they provide. The booths are $40.
And they should contact the chamber.
Contact the chamber office, 813-563-5699.
Okay. It's interesting you bring up the 812, because pretty soon, within a year, we're going to have to start dialing 812 every time you dial
exactly.
local.
And that's why I'm trying to get that, because that's something that maybe that's another event that we have is to talk more about what's going on with the new area code.
So that'll be coming up.
It's coming quick.
All right. Now, so the Garden Gate's coming up in April.
That's in April.
So start making plans now. What's the weekend?
April 12th. Okay. We'll be on Saturday, April 12th.
So make plans.
Again, we're going to pray that all the snow's melted. I'm hoping
it will be.
So it should be a great event. We always have a great time. It's always there on Market Street behind the Old Town Hall. So a perfect backdrop of 4th Street and the Old Town Hall. And it's just a wonderful event. We have a lot of craft beer, locally brewed, craft beers that are made all over the United States. We try to focus more on what's produced in Indiana, but we do have some that's produced in Oregon and throughout.
And wine tasting as well. And
wine
then
tasting,
you have music that'll start what time?
The music will start at 2 p.m.
Okay.
The doors will open about 10 a.m. with the art vendors. Then we'll open up. The music will start at 2. One of our featured artists again this year will be Wade Baker. He's kind of our pillar for us. He's the main pillar for the Jazz Festival, and we're really lucky to have him. And for him to be willing to come back and do this for the 3rd year is great for us. So we have that, and then we'll be running until 8 p.m.
Okay, and then also for planning purposes, in March, you're going to have your next Chamber Business event, and that is on the I-69.
I-67 Coalition
I-67.
Group. I-67. Did I say I-69?
No, I said
okay.
I did. Yeah, but it's all kind of connected.
It is all connected.
That's the whole idea.
It's all part of it. It's all part of the same group that what we're trying to do makes Southern Indiana more connected to the mainstream or the main highway system. And Hank Minky's going to be in to be our presenter on March 12th, which is a Wednesday. And it's going to be another event at the Chamber office. And again, we're continuing to do these events because we want to get people educated about what's happening and be supportive of these programs. Because I feel like I-67 really has an impact on Du Bois County, truly. What a way to connect you from Indianapolis to Nashville and not, you know, you have 65, but for us, to have that coming straight through us is going to make it so much easier for us to get to Nashville, to get to Indianapolis, tie into I-69, really make southern Indiana fit with the rest of the traffic with transportation and with the interstate system.
Well, Nick, thank you very much for coming
Appreciate it.
Remember, this Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the social media business event. I guess it's really a way to learn. It's just a time to sit down and learn. And that'll be from 8 to 10 at the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce offices in downtown Huntingburg. Make sure you come to see that. It'll be a great event. And we thank Nick Stevens, who's been our guest here on WJTS in Form. Thank you for watching. We are local people watching local people.